Hey, what's up, guys? Deck profile here. Dark Worlds, obviously, because you can see the Greppa. Um, made Dark Worlds just as like a secondary choice, other than plants, because they're actually really good right now. Really strange Dark World deck, and I'm going into the details why, but I'll just show you the deck, and we get into it from there. Standard, obviously, the Greffas, the Brow, three snow. That's like just like standard Dark World. 3 each. Those are good. 2 Trance Archfiends. Things about him. I love him because he's like a Dimension Alchemist. When he's destroyed, add back a Dark World, obviously, or any Fiend type monster, just to heighten the thing. I don't like his effect as much because I don't like discarding a Dark World card to get an effect where I can use gates and feel like I can just get an extra draw. But it comes in handy when you don't have gates, and sometimes you need him for certain plays. 2 Tour Guides, 1 Sangan. Again, Tour Guides are pretty much standard. Sangan, some decks don't run Sangan, but some decks do. Search out for Brow, Trance Archfiend. Even here, Card Troopers. Weird tech. Tech of running Card Trooper. One advantages of it. If you don't start out with any of the broken Dark World stuff in the beginning, Card Trooper is like an engine to speed up the deck. Mill 3, you can hit any Fiend type monster for gates. Grapha is one of the best targets to hit with this card because you can just normal summon the monster, bounce back, go into other stuff. Card Trooper is really good. It gets rid of the Thunder Kings. When he's destroyed, draw a card, which starts your next turn really mad strong. After you mill broken, it's just like a really good card, and it's a tech for me. Zephyros the Elite, and I'm gonna go ahead and show one Armageddon Knight. One Armageddon Knight for just a random, again, Dark Rogue in the graveyard kind of thing, or as a search up for Zephyros the Elite. And it's a rank 4, or a level 4 monster, so it goes into my other rank 4, possibilities pretty fast. And Zephyros Elite is to reuse some trap cards in the deck, and, obviously some spell cards. You should already know what's the main spell card. And 1 Dark Arm, because the deck has amazing graveyard control. It's ridiculous, and Dark Arm is usually, I just drop him mid combo. After I Card Trooper, Gates, all this stuff, I drop him, go off, use Graphics effect. And I can fill up the graveyard again with more Darks if they don't decide to kill it. And, Dark Arm has 40 freaking destroy effects. It's crazy. But he's really good, and he's an extra boss monster. Dropped him every time I had him in my hand. It's ridiculous. Standards, 3 gates. 1 card destruction. Allure. Foolish Burial. Monster Reborn. Double MST. Heavy. I'm questioning about Heavy because I have taken out Dark Hole in this deck because they don't really need Dark Hole, honestly. And I was thinking about maybe taking this out for maybe another MST, or I don't even know. But don't really need the Heavy. Just kind of in here just because I just like to just, if I go second, I just Heavy their stuff and, kind of go off. Kind of get rid of their set MSTs because they know that destroys gates. I don't know. 1 Deck Heavy. 2 Deep Prisons. 2 Bobblins. 2 Trentals. Tech card, 2 Call to Haunteds. So good. It leaves a lot of pluses when you have a Grapha and another Dark World in the graveyard. You just Call to Haunted, Brow, or Snow, and then bounce it back with Grapha, and then use Zephyros Elite to bounce Call to Haunted back in your, freaking hand, and it's just a mad plus. It makes you a 2-card hand to a 6-card hand, and you get pluses a lot. Or you can also use Zephyros Elite with the spell, the fill spell if you guys didn't catch on to that, but I think you guys already did. You guys are really smart. 1 Compose, just random. And 1 Solemn Judgment. So good. This card's so good. It just stops the main card. It's main combos, and then once you go off, it's just really good. Jump into extra deck. 1 Chimera Tech Fortress, obviously because I saw Cyber Dragons. Rank 8 for, you have 2 Graphas. They don't really do much. You see, blow up stuff, swing for game. Shockmaster, hadn't really gone into him. I probably went into him once, but really don't really need it. Utopia, Evagishki, Kashikoshi Dragon, didn't go into this card once yet. But, you know, maybe in the future or at some point it may be used, but I hadn't used it yet. Photon Propopoulos, whatever his freaking name is. He's okay. I probably went to him like once. Leviathan, Zemains, Leviair. Such the key card. I might bump this up to 2 because it's just so good in this deck. You know, obviously it's a staple in Dark Worlds. Maestro, Utopia Ray, Gemini Pearl, Acid Golem, and Gaga Cowboy, which is, I love him so much too. He's so great. Like, if I summon Armageddon Knight and like mill, and then I exceed with maybe like a snow or something, put it in defense mode, activate effect, discard snow, you know, with gates, and then bounce. Like, I just had so many fun things with this card. So good. And I can get into side deck really quickly. Something spectacular. I don't really know Dark World, so, you know, I kind of just made this, you know, out of randomness. But I do side 1 VLS because my other side cards are lights, Cyber Dragons, and 2 Raikos. Obviously, Cyber Dragons are good against machines or good for baiting out stuff. And Raikos are just to get rid of the pesky back row, like the Shadow Imprison Mirror or Soul Drains or whatever. Or just pop a monster, you mill 3. Same point for the card trooper. It kind of speeds up the deck, you know. Stuff like doesn't draw. Aside the Dark World dealings, if I need that extra push, the deck doesn't really need the drag downs or the Dark World dealings if you play like the exact version I play. But yeah, like sometimes if I do play these, I put them at 2 usually, and you know, if I really wanted to draw into them or whatever, I put it at 3. But the whole point of the deck, or the ideal of the deck, is that I don't want my opponent to draw off my draw card effects. Like drag down lets them draw, and you know, this card lets them draw. And I don't want them to discard, like, a lot of cards works in graveyard now, and I don't want them to, like, start off, like, I Dark World Dealings, and let's say I don't have a Grepha. You know, it's kind of pointless to discard a Grepha, draw a card, and then they discard something, like, really broken. Like, when I went against Dark Worlds against my plant deck, I usually discard Dandelion, and I can't really do nothing about it, you know. Or, you know, I summon the Breeze Dragon, and I have a Stardust or a Scrap Dragon, and I go in after that, and, you know, other deck cards, and they let them just draw more. You know, they could just toss a card away, like Valor or something. Dark Hole. Don't even know why I have this in here, honestly. But, you know, it says 3rd MST. 1 Dark Smog. 2 Skill Drains. 1 Eradicator. And another Deck Debbie. So, the card's so good against a lot of decks. But, yep, that's my deck. You guys can question it or leave a comment below, or I don't really care, you know. All the decks I just made out of random, you know, I got sick of plants, you know, I mean, it's still my favorite deck, but it's like, I had to work so much harder to win versus other decks, so this is technically like a tier 4 deck, because it's just, you know, really inconsistent, and, you know, it has the spore, and it goes off once, and then if that fails, then, you know, your plant engine is kind of gone. The Breeze Dragon is really good with the Black Rose, but, you know, against a lot of back rows, it's kind of scary to go Black Rose anyway. So Black Rose is only really good for, you know, offensive, not really like defensive explosions. So, yep, that's my deck profile. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks.